Hi guys, welcome to ACCA. Today we will be learning how to reconcile corporation tax with HMRC Gateway. So, what HMRC Gateway is? HMRC Gateway is for the agent or for the companies uh, from where they can look their corporation tax liabilities, pay liabilities, CIS liabilities, and also self-assessment liabilities as well. And for the VAT, there is a separate login. So today we will be learning how we will be reconciling corporation tax as per HMRC Gateway. While doing year-end finalization, this is very essential process that we need to make sure that for our year-end, the corporation tax is reconciled with the HMRC Gateway. So here is the website for HMRC Gateway, and this is how it's look like. Here we need to enter a government gateway user ID of which is of 12 characters and along with that password. You can also create or signing new details. So there are two separate logins for three services. First login provides access to a client corporation tax, pay for employee, self-assessment, and CIS. And the second login is for VAT. As you can see in this snapshot, here you will get the agent name as in this case, which is Rahul Makija, and agent services dashboard, which is showing four types of different services such as corporation tax, pay for employee, self-assessment, and construction industry scheme, which is CIS. So today we will be just focusing on corporation tax only. Okay. So after selecting a client, I am taking my client name as Demo Firm Limited, and while clicking on corporation tax from here and selecting our client Demo Firm Limited, this is the interface which will we get at the HMRC Gateway. Here will be the agent name, here will be our company name, and information as of 16th August 2025. Today's date, as we are reconciling the corporation tax liability, we need to make sure that it is as per our today's date. Okay. And here tax reference number, which will be our tax UTR number, which is always of 10 digits. And after clicking here at CT liabilities and payment, we can know the situation that whether our corporation tax liability is still outstanding or we have paid, or is there any interest received or interest paid, or is there any penalty, or it is being reallocated within the CIS. Okay. So this is how current position will show as. It is showing as 16th August 2025. But for our company, we are taking an assumption that we are currently assuming that the company was incorporated on 20th September 2023. So our company incorporation date is a company incorporation date we are assuming as 20 September 2023. And for the period ended 30 September 2024. So it is more than 12 months. It is extended period, which is 13 months. So we are doing reconciliation for the period of 30th April 2025 here. So our next period will be from 1st of October 2025, sorry, 1st of October 2024 to 30th April 2025, which is of 7 months, a shortened period. So we are doing finalization for the period ended 30th April 2025. So as we are doing year-end finalization for 30th April 2025, so what we are required to do is, firstly, we need to compute a corporation tax liability for this period, as well as we will be having an opening balance of our prior period, which is a 13-month period from 20 September 2023 to 30 September 2024. We are assuming a certain amount of our opening liability as well. Just as this is the current situation which was showing, and by going to accounting periods, we can select different accounting periods also. So moving forward to our corporation tax control account and our current corporation tax liability. Okay. So here it is, our demo form limited for the period ended 30th April 2025 and corporation tax. This is our corporation tax control account. And our opening liability is this, which we have assumed that for the period ended 30th September 2024, our corporation tax liability was 2,865.96 pound. Okay. So here we have selected the first period, which is 19 September 2024, and second period, which is 30 September 2024. As we know that always corporation tax computation can be maximum of 12 months only. That is why in the first year, the company incorporated our period was of 13 months. But corporation tax liability computation and corporation tax return will always be will always be of 12 months only. It can be of shorter period, but it can be extended more than 12 months. That is a point which you need to keep in mind, which is very essential. Okay. So this is our opening liability. To confirm that in the snapshot, we can do that for the period ended 19 September 2024, it is 2681.28 plus for the period ended 30 September 2024, it is 184.68. So it's same. Our opening liability does match with the HMRC portal, with the HMRC Gateway portal. Okay. And if we have received any payment, if we have paid any payment to HMRC of corporation tax liability, suppose in our period from 1st of October 2024 to 30th April 2025, if we have paid this corporation tax, then we can write it here that 2865.96 is being paid. But as this is still outstanding, so we can't write anything here as for now. Okay. And there is interest also. Why here it is interest? Suppose if we are delaying the corporation tax payment, then we are liable to incur some penalties and interest as well. So that is the interest which we are liable to pay along with our corporation tax liability. Okay. So for the first period of corporation tax return, our interest is 6.04, and for the second period 0.24. So we have accounted the interest as 0.24 plus 6.04. Total corporation tax, total interest on previous year corporation tax is this. If we have recorded, if we would have recorded the interest in the prior year only, then this liability would not be same and would not match as per the snapshot here. This would differ, and this would be this much, 2,872.24 pound if we have already accounted interest. But as interest is left to be accounted in our accounts, we will account this in our current period, which is for the period ended 30th April 2024. Okay. So here is the interest on previous year corporation tax which we accounted, and we are assuming that our accounting profit before tax is 24,500. For the period, our depreciation is 5,000 pound. So our taxable profit comes to 29,500. There is no loss as company only. We are assuming that company has incorporated on 20th September 2023 only. So we do not have any prior year loss which we can set off in a current period. Okay. So what we did, we simply computed a corporation tax payable at just 19%. I'm not going deeper into the corporation tax slab rates or thresholds, as that is a very much basic part, which you all guys know. But I am here to tell you how we are reconciling that corporation tax liability with the HMRC Gateway. So we can write it and prepare notes that the corporation tax liability for the year end is this, and this is also reconciled with the HMRC Gateway, which builds trust in the year end process, that it is if it is reconciled as per HMRC, then there might be less possibilities of errors. Okay. So we selected our periods, and it is showing that we paid a corporation tax on 16th July 2025, as we are preparing year-end accounts for the period ended 30th April 2025. So it doesn't fall under our period only. It is falling after our year end. So what we did, we just wrote that paid on 16th July 2025 after year end. Okay. And we did computed our corporation tax payable for our current year. Okay. You can select for different periods from here. As our company was incorporated we have assumed that our company was incorporated on 20 September 2023 only. So we have this much period only. Okay. So at last, let's look at what will be our journal entries to account interest. There might be possibilities that here in the HMRC Gateway, along with interest, there might be some penalties. There might be reallocation to CIS, and there might be interest receivable as well. So we need to account accordingly. Let's look for the journal entry for interest on CT, which we have paid. So what we will do is we will debit an expense account, which is interest on other loan, and we will credit our corporation tax liability by that amount. And for the CT charge for the period, we will debit corporation tax expense and we will credit corporation tax liability as mentioned here. So this was it, guys. After doing all this, after doing reconciling this with HMRC Gateway, we can do mention our year-end client that yes, your corporation tax liability is reconciled with the HMRC Gateway. And you can also recheck our opening balance, this interest, and this current year corporation tax liability will reflect in HMRC Gateway after you file the CT 600 for the period ended 30 April 2025. So that was it, guys. Let me know what next or what more topics you need the from practical aspect, such as if you need how to reconcile pay from HMRC Gateway, how to reconcile CIS, what is CIS. Do mention in comment box below. So I will be making videos on such topics. Thank you, guys. Signing off. Bye bye.